Okay, deck tech. I don't think there's. Okay, have I lost my mind? Maybe, but maybe the less said, the better. Let's just see if this works, okay? So, look, I actually have been liking Chalice in the main. I have been liking No Aether Vial. I think Force and Negation. Actually, I think honestly, if you're going to be playing Force and Negation, maybe you shouldn't play Aether Vial because Force and Negation kind of rewards you for being lean on your mana curve and whatnot. I mean, not being lean, sorry. Like, Force and Negation kind of does kind of what Aether Vial does in the sense that, it helps declunkify your hand, and, also kind of it helps you play at sorcery speed, so like that you can tap out and then still interact on their turn. I mean, it's not perfect, but like, I think that, yeah, the point is that I want to get Silvergill back in here, and some preliminary testing leads me to believe that actually we may be able to get away with playing only 16 Merfolk even without Aether Vial. It's not like ideal, but we've got so much card draw here. This is the thing I didn't factor in before, like Spreading Seas, Repeal, Cycling Lonely Sandbar, Svyelun attacking, I mean, possibly Castle Vantress scrying, although that's kind of a late game thing. The point is that we got so much card draw going on here that, like, actually, it's not necessarily unreasonable to expect that we might find another Merfolk if there's not already one in our hand. We never actually tested Silvergill with 16 Merfolk without Aether Vial. We just theory crafted that we probably couldn't get away with it. But actually, we'll see. Some preliminary testing suggests that actually this is still playable, and it's one of the best Merfolks in the deck. So, in fact, actually, I've liked it more than Master of the Pearl Trident, and yes, Master of the Pearl Trident is in the sideboard. I know. So, like, definitely Master is better in some matchups, and it's definitely better sometimes than Merfolk Trickster or Harbinger. But which one it's better than, and in which matchups, and sometimes, whether it's better than both of them, it really varies from matchup to matchup. But I kind of like the way we have maximum kind of control in game one. We're mostly using our Merfolk as kind of like, control spells. Like Merfolk Trickster is kind of like an ice attached to a body instead of drawing a card. Harbinger of the Tides is kind of like a bounce spell attached to a body. Silvergill Adept is like a draw spell attached to a body. And that's another thing I like too. Like in this format where like everything dies on sight, like if we don't have Chalice of the Void, for example, to protect our stuff, it is like kind of cool that like all our Merfolk actually generate value now, except for Svyelun. But Svyelun, we can hopefully finagle it to become indestructible. Look, more testing needs to be done. But actually, believe it or not, this may not be as crazy as it seems. Counterspell, obviously, we need 4 of these in the sideboard because Force Negation doesn't hit everything. And of course, playing no 1-drops means Chalice will never basically hurt us. Only time it hurts us is if like they play like a token or something and we need to repeal it, and Chalice of the Void on 1 will prevent us from doing that. That's the only thing, but it's a small price to pay, and overall Repeal synergizes with Chalice way more than dis-synergizes. You can obviously bounce 1-drops, and then like they can't replay it again into Chalice. Also, another cool thing you can do is you can play Chalice on 0 and then Repeal end a turn, return it to your hand just to like draw a card, although since that telegraphs that you have Chalice, you may not always want to do that, but it is an option if you're particularly mana screwed. Sometimes you got to do it. Although why would you keep a particularly mana screwed hand? I don't know. Sometimes it's borderline enough that you just need to do that. Relic, obviously, can't leave home without it. Ratchet Bomb. This has been proving to be an all-star, and without Aether Vial, I think it's even better position, because obviously Aether Vial is one of the only problems is that a lot of times we want to crank this to 1, but Aether Vial obviously incentivizes us not to do that, because it's kind of unlike a creature, which usually ends up trading or dying or something. Creatures are dynamic; they usually don't stay in the same place for too long. Whereas Aether Vial, if sometimes it gets destroyed, but Aether Vial, at least conceptually speaking, is more of a static kind of card. So like, it kind of limits the effectiveness of Ratchet Bomb, on 1. But hey, we're not playing Aether Vial, so Ratchet Bomb almost even could be main deckable this time, but I kind of like having maximum blue spells too for Force Negation, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. Oh yeah, and we're still playing Spreading Seas even without Master in the main. That's not an oversight. We need a way to deal with Urza Saga. Plus, sometimes it just messes with our mana, but more than anything, we can't be cold to Urza Saga. I mean, we aren't in a way maybe cold because we do have all these bounce spells, but like, it's just sometimes it still just kind of mana screws them. Sometimes it still hits Urza Saga. I don't know what else to say other than that. other than that, I still think it's worth playing. And if it's not particularly good, if it's just a 2-mana cantrip, we can always just pitch it to force a negation, hopefully. Oh, but another thing too, actually, it's also a card advantage engine with Repeal. It's albeit it's kind of a slow engine, but you can play it out, and then like later in the game, you can repeal this to your hand if you've got nothing better to do, then replay it. It's a very, very janky way to basically draw 2 cards, because when you repeal Spreading Seas, you draw a card from Repeal, but then you draw a card again from playing Spreading Seas again. So it's like late in the game, assuming you've already played Spreading Seas, okay, so like obviously you've already sunk 2 mana into it. So like you can either look at it like a 7 mana draw 2 cards, or you can look at it like a 5 mana draw 2 cards. I prefer to look at it like a 5 mana draw 2 cards trick you can do, because you know, usually you only do that trick later in the game. Usually Spreading Seas is hopefully mess with their mana a little bit and drawing a card early in the game, maybe smooth out your mana a little bit by drawing you more cards. You know, so like I consider it just a way to get a 5 mana draw 2 cards type of effect late in the game. You can spread over 2 turns, technically 3 turns, but anyway. And you know, lastly, Master in the sideboard. I think Master, I think like a Lord of Atlantis, Master of the Pearl Trident type effect is a little too powerful in the Merfolk shell to pass up entirely. But believe it or not, I think we can get away with playing it in the sideboard because, again, like I said, like it depends on which matchup it's better against. Like some matchups you want to take out 3 Merfolk Tricksters, some matchups you want to take out 3 Harbingers. Maybe sometimes you want to take out a 1/2, but you know how I feel about stuff like that. I generally like to be kind of more all in. But and sometimes these are just better. Like against Burn, you don't really need the Lords. You just want the creatures that kind of interact more. But yeah, like especially against the combo matchups, Tron, like we need a way to close out the game faster. So I mean, it's a little bit of it's a little bit dubious seeming, but I think but believe it or not, I think we do want to play these in the sideboard. I think I wouldn't really leave home without. I mean, I say that, but I may. But I'm not ready to leave home without these somewhere in the 75. And as strange as it is, I think I really am. You know, I mean, another alternative way we could do this is we could play 3 Tricksters in the sideboard, because I also don't feel like leaving home without Trickster and 4 Masters. But I just really like Trickster. I just really think like I think Trickster is just a heck of a lot more powerful than Master, and it's one of the cards that makes Merfolk not, you know, like possibly tier 1. I mean, cards like Trickster, Harbinger, like cards that get value when they come into play. I think that's kind of where we're at in the modern meta game. It's way better against Ragavan. I don't know. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get to the games. Let's see if this craziness works. All right. And yeah, I think Hall of the Storm Giants is actually pretty good. All right, well, Chalice on 0 should be okay. Alrighty, I guess we'll do this. And I might repeal just to make a slightly better land drop. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, let's see here. I'm just going to try to get Svyelun down. Maximum card draw. Alright, let's see. Alright, that's fine. I got Force Negation, thankfully. What an annoying deck, though. It's got this main deck. Stupidity. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe we can still bounce that stupidity. Although they can take my Chalice again when the grief comes back. Why is it odd that they bounced Harbinger? Alrighty. I'll tap down the Curator. I guess they could just replay that though. I don't know. That was a lot of card draw, but didn't really do anything. Man, this deck is annoying, frickin'. You know, no offense, but like all these people complaining about banning Ragavan, like what about this stupid deck? Like, I'm not saying like ban this deck necessarily, but like, why only Ragavan? I mean, is this fun or interesting? I mean, like I'm not saying Ragavan's fair, but I mean, what is this fair? I mean, you can make arguments all you want, but like, how is that any more contrived than the arguments Ragavan people make for Ragavan? Like, why is your opinion more important than theirs? Why am I playing a deck that doesn't have any of the busted stuff, though? That's what I wonder. Repeal doesn't really do anything. Oh, I guess it does save my Chalice, actually. Yeah, that's actually very much not nothing. Probably Brazen Borrower has to go though, because it's not a Merfolk, so Silvergill Adept doesn't get the advantage. Yeah, saving Chalice with Repeal actually sounds pretty good. Possibly game winning. I mean, Brazen Borrower, obviously, like, they don't always have that. That's like a different play pattern. I mean, that's like one specific play pattern. Yeah, bottom line, I don't know what needs to be banned or what doesn't. I know that, like, in some ways, the format feels nice right now, but in other ways, like, this feels really dumb. So, alright, whatever. My Sandbar. Long, lonely time. Won't you be mine? Ho, 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 ho. Alrighty. Come on. So we'll just play this out just because we need to. Hoping for some more hate to show up. Striped River Winder. Alrighty. Let's play Relic. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just play this. And I'll hold on to the repeals to save them from, like, Foundation Breaker. I think they're slick. That was kind of, I think, prioritized, but, you know, it's okay. Yeah, actually, Repeal saving Chalice and saving Relic seems pretty irrelevant. A long, lonely time. Yeah, this time I'll just alrighty. Fortunately, nothing to pitch with Silvergill just yet, but it's okay. If they petty theft this, do I repeal? Okay, good. They don't put me to the test. Griefy, griefy, griefy. Well, alright, pal. Ya griefed me. Are you happy? Alright, I'm going to protect this with Repeal. Yay. I guess I'll attack. No, I'll wait one turn. Let's see. Alrighty. Now what is this? I think I'll counterspell. So I can attack with Hall of the Storm Giants and hold Relic up next turn. So that should be GG because they'll have to block the giant, but then I got 6 other damage coming through. Well, that's a little gutsy. Obviously, I have to... Yeah, I'll just counter this anyway. Alrighty. Alright, we take it down to Monkey Town. Take it down to Monkey Town. Yeah, and I think we run it back. I never quite realized actually how valuable Repeal is for protecting both my Chalice and my Relic. I think that is definitely going to be the card now. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should play too late. Okay, well, we tried to change the Harbingers to Master the Pearl Trident, and the game crashed. But thankfully, we're back in time. Well, if this isn't a keepable hand, I honestly don't know what is. So, alrighty, let's see. Yeah, it brings me. I was gonna say it brings me no pleasure, but that would have been just a slip of the tongue, because I obviously mean it brings me a lot of pleasure to get revenge from that ridiculous game one where they won through a main deck Chalice. Okay. Okay. I honestly don't want to run the Chalice into Foundation Breaker just yet, although maybe I have to. I mean, either that or I'm running the Relic into Foundation Breaker, right? So, like, what's the difference? I guess the difference is that Foundation Breaker on turn 3 is significantly worse than Foundation Breaker on turn 2. I think it amounts to almost the same thing, though. But anyway. Definitely wanted to keep a mana open so that well, okay, at least I got plenty of counter magic. Lonely time. Won't you be mine? I don't feel bad at all about this. I don't feel bad at all about this. Temur living in deserves it. You know, hate the deck, not the player of the deck, as wise religious leaders have said. Alrighty. Alright, what's this gonna hit? Alright, that's fine. Alright, now we get to play Svyelun with Force Negation and Cracking Relic backup. I like it. I like it. We'll probably Force Negation if they go for it. Yeah, I'll Force Negation. Obviously, it kind of sucks to have to discard Counterspell that way, but so be it. If we can get our groove going with Svyelun, then it's all worth it. If they want to block me, my guest. Alrighty. More 0-mana Chalice. Noise. This must be mind-bogglingly frustrating for them. Like, will the hate card stop? Yeah, they just like, we've had enough. That's the way to do it. Just say like, I've had enough, and go get a coffee. Alrighty. Alright, match 2. Let's see what we can do. Match 2, let's see what we can do. Wow. Not an island in sight, but it's okay. I think we can still keep it. These lonely sandbars will help a lot as far as yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play Hall of the Storm Giant so I can yeah, we gotta cycle these lonely sandbars. Okay, that's good. I like this because that can mean Castle Vantress will come into play untapped. But I think given that we may want to hold up Relic or attack with it. Yeah, but turn 1 Chalice on the play against burn when they don't have a 1-drop creature is pretty good. I like our chances. Or I'll cycle some more of these lonely sandbars. Probably put Loris to hand. Okay, that's fine. Loris to hand would have been way scarier, but maybe they don't have another white. Yeah, I guess we have to try to win, but trying to cut off their white sources seems like not a bad idea either. Well, maybe this will speed up them taking damage. Oh man, if they kill me with frickin' 2 mana burn spells, that would suck. I have to try to... Maybe I can start hitting them with Storm Giants. Eventually, we will get there. See, this is why these are so important, because like, look at how much mana I still have. All right, let's do this. Why do they tap their? Oh yeah, because there's blue. These Castle Vantress. Hopefully they don't drop Blood Moon, that would suck. Start attacking with Hall the Storm Giants next turn, and that'll force a chump block. See, main deck Chalice, we would probably not have been able to win this match without it. Maybe we still won't be able to win this match. Oh, can't take this. Might as well return Eidolon to their hand. And then take that too. I think it's slightly better. This could still be bad. Should we Castle Vantress on our upkeep? Or maybe we should repeal and then, yeah. And then hit the Sunbait Canyon. Or just do this. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have to try to repeal into a Force of Negation if they've got it. Now, did they play a land? No. I think I can do this then. Which probably I should have done regardless. Okay. I think we need to do Chalice on 2. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, hopefully no 3-mana burn spell, please. Please no 3-mana burn spell. Nice. Oof, yeah, make no mistake. Main deck Chalice was our only out that game. We were kind of like, we were kind of mean boarded there. There's definitely something to be said about main deck Chalice. Yeah, the only difference is we need counterspell. We definitely want all these interactive Merfolk. I think out of all these, Spreading Seas though is probably the least useful, certainly on the draw. Although even on the play, I think these interactive Merfolk are kind of just better. Yeah, this is kind of iffy. Man, I'll keep it, but I am not liking it. I'm keeping solely on the back of hopefully Harbinger slowing them down. And maybe Lonely Sandbar doing good stuff. We don't need another Castle Vantress. Probably don't need another Svyelun. Hopefully there wasn't an island on top of there. There was. So we could have, if we could have like cycled in response to that, and then they would have reeled that, and then we'd be one card deeper. Anyhow, I think our mission is pretty clear. We have to bounce this. We're bouncing that because that makes it harder for them to both play it and get value. No, we're not. Alright, well, we'll try to Trickster that. And then, block the Goblin Guide. Alright, it's fine. Tap the Swift Spear. Ooh, Chalice of the Void. That could be a lifesaver. Or they could just play Smash to Smithereens, and then I'm finished. They've always got it. They've always frickin' got it. Trust me, we play Burn, we didn't always have it. Plus, we don't have Force Negation, so... yeah, good luck, pal. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how we do it. Chalice on 2 is ideal if we, as long as we can still win with man lands underneath. Precisely because Chalice on 1 just gets hit by Smash to Smithereens. Well, this at least has some protection against, okay, there's basically no downside to playing Castle. Just opens up possibilities on turn 2. Okay, we could get Smash to Smithereens, but that might slow them down from playing Eidolon. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. Had to do that because obviously Harbinger would just not be castable otherwise. Alright, fine. You know, I still think I can win this. Alrighty. I think I have to try to crash through. Swift Spear is slightly worse. I'll probably just chump it just to save on life. That's fine. I don't have Searing Blaze. Okay, hopefully they don't have another Lava Spike. Alright, well, was this game 2 or game 3? I can't remember. It was game 3. What a joke. How am I supposed to improve this matchup? Like, what am I supposed to do? I have Force and Negation. Match 3. God, that's infuriating. We'll just play him on my Sandbar. Obviously Silvergill, probably Harbinger. Trying to draw a lot of land. I could wait till I have more Merfolk to protect Svyelun. Maybe not a bad idea. Maybe I should have played Castle so I could play double these things. Okay. I could flash in the Harbinger, and then Svyelun, and then what is this? Yeah, let's get a Harbinger out here. I'm just going to attack. I'm going to wait till next turn to where I can have, ideally, Trickster, Svyelun, and another card all in play. And I can repeal. Yeah, we'll repeal. Seems reasonable to me. It could go after red. Okay. Well, once again, I can repeal for advantage. I'll probably play the Sandbar, just because my mana situation. Alright, that is fine. And I'll just play that out. Alright, I'll repeal that too. Hopefully I'm pulling ahead on card advantage. That Snapcaster was a 2-for-1, but other than that, I think I'm coming out ahead on the card advantage exchange. Let's try to hit the black mana. I think they're slick. Alrighty. Yeah, that's fine. We have surprisingly a lot of control here with all these Merfolk bouncing and all of that. All of that good stuff. Get Vantress in a turn. Kolagon's command. The player discards a card. Guess that's fine. Alright, scry 2. Oh, that's good. May want to keep that on top of our library, though. If they just blow this right here. Okay, good thing I put the next Silvergill below. I had a feeling they were going to be patient. Let's play this out here. Alrighty. Alright, thank goodness. Now I can go ahead and reveal this. And maybe I'll just use Castle Vantress. I can always push this out of my hand if I need to. Okay. Alrighty. Castle Vantress is a total dud. This is okay. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7, 8, 6. Yeah, I'll play this out. They know we've got it, and I really want to use Castle Vantress. Okay, what are they going to get? Lightning bolt, that's fine. Okay. I need some of those storm giants. Where are they? Or Chalice or anything, really. I'm seeing a lot of cards. How weird. I guess they want a Kolaghan's Command and get it back. But we might draw Force Negation. I got a feeling they got Kolaghan's Command. So I'm going to put that to the bottom, even though it's a good card. Hopefully something instant speed. Yeah, that's perfect. They could say that's lucky, but I definitely saw that coming, so I did try to mitigate that as much as possible. Man, though, but they've really gained kind of too much card advantage in a way, but maybe not. I don't know. Man, could have used that on my upkeep. Now it's a little too late. Oh, I'll take it. So I probably should have done this on upkeep, but, you know. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. That's fine. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we have some kind of chance still. Well, they could repeal the Ragavan if they just want to draw a card. Since it was just going to go to their hand anyway. They could have also just repealed their Mistress Bauble. Would have been slightly cheaper. If we untap with this, I think it'll be a decent chance, but of course not. Alright, they think they're slick. We'll sew them. Iron Man. Just didn't draw a Chalice until like way later. Counter spell seems good. Brazen Borrower is probably the most cuttable here. Man, no Hall of the Storm Giants anywhere there. Alright, well this hand at least generates card advantage. I don't know about this. I could play that on 0, but they didn't play a bauble last turn, so I doubt they have it this turn. Alright, let's put Chalice on 1. I guess actually, now that I think about it, I could have and should have, I think, played Chalice on 0, then bounced it, because I don't know how valuable this repeal is going to be. It could be actually, because it incentivizes them to blow the engineer explosives right now. But at the end of the day, this was definitely a mistake. Little do they know we couldn't play anything else anyway. Alright. I'll try to repeal it. Alrighty. Let's see if we can land this Chalice. I hate this shit. Alright, that's fine. Play this. Okay, that's fine by me. Well, whatever, I've seen worse. Kind of needed that island, but whatever. Come on. Come on, island. Or castle. Come on. I guess, you know... I guess that's not bad, but... Yeah, I can't, though. I have to try to Trickster. And hold up mana to crack Relic. Well, I guess if they're going to play it out like this, I guess I'll do that first. Now, if they go Drawn in a Lock, I can do this. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Not bad. Alright. Hopefully they don't get that much, because that we came out way ahead of that exchange so far. Let's see. Okay, not bad, not bad. I like it. I think we can make this work. I think we can make this work. Yep, and they immediately concede. And immediately leave the game. Okay. Yeah, and I still think this is probably... Yeah, this has got to be it. Alright, let's do this. Chalice, the ultimate answer to Ragavan. Already. Alrighty. I'll do this, because I'm probably not so interested in, if I draw blue mana, I may want to hold up Counterspell, but I'm almost certainly not attacking with Mutavault. Alright, well, while we can, why don't we play Chalice on 1? And I think we may be in a pretty dominant position here. And they concede. Alright, don't feel so slick now, huh? Alright, well, wash that bad taste of that Boros burn matchup out of our mouth. Alright. Alright, match 4. We will keep. And we're up against the nobodies. RT. Should we play Chalice and then repeal it? That's a kind of a cheeky play. Probably not. Chalice on 1. Is Chalice on 1 going to be good? It's going to be hard to say. I will definitely say one thing though. Chalice on 1 basically doesn't hurt us. So might as well, right? Alright, fine. You know, I could play this out again, but I'm just going to play this. I probably should have played Silvergill Adept on turn 2. Alrighty. Let's see. Whirza, the dumb boy. Da, 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 da. Alrighty, I guess I can petty theft the token. And then I guess I can trickster Whirza. And try to go for Teferi. Play another haul. And yeah. Stupidity. If I wouldn't know what deck they're playing, so how am I supposed to know, you know? So, also, why are people playing this stupid shit, man? Like, play the decks that Relic hoses, man. Come on. Anyway, no, I mean, it's okay. Like, this is just, you know, This deck may be really good against the actual meta. The actual meta. just you know. I wonder how I can actually test this. I don't want to just test this once or twice every weekend, and I definitely can't do this twice. You know, but I can't test only this deck once each weekend. Like it's just how do I test this against actual like decks that get played in big tournaments? Like how do I do that? Anyway, from sideboard. Spreading Seas actually does that much. I think Brazen Borrower is also a little bit weak sauce. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's weak sauce against the tokens, but it's somewhat of a necessary evil against the Thopter Foundry itself. Harbinger is kind of not that great, so probably this is better. Yeah, the problem with Relic is that as long as they keep one mana open, it doesn't really actually stop the combo, unless we can keep their graveyard empty though, and that might be actually possible. Anyway, maybe we'll do that next game. But that also bounces like tokens and stuff, and I don't know. Did I really just keep a hand with no blue mana? I guess I saw the ratchet bombs and I thought, yay. I don't want to play the other ratchet bomb because come on, they play Fatal Push. Or what is this? Okay. Anyway, I don't want to put two of these because I may want to put this to 2. Actually, I definitely want to put this to 2. And then I don't want the other ratchet bomb to get killed. I don't know, will I actually get somewhere? I may have to go up to 4. This Urza's just gonna put an end to me. I guess I kind of needed to play the other ratchet bomb to not discard a card anyway. This is like getting kind of out of hand here. I have to take these up because I have to believe that I'm going to draw some blue mana at some point. Well, they're probably just going to go get Pithing Needle. We got 20 blue sources. 20 blue sources. Alright, well, we've got answers to that for sure. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I guess, right? Should I pick this up for another Urza? Yeah. Come on. I guess they can equip it. Jeez. Alright, match 5, that last match, like, we just punted for no reason. We probably could have won, but what can you do? Burn. Hopefully this isn't a BS hand. Oh, this 8 whack. Well, I have to imagine Chalice on 1 is good. I may need both Aether Vial and Chalice. Nah. Alrighty. I think we have to hit this. Maybe this. Yeah, I have to definitely this. Alrighty, I think we have to hit Fanatical Firebrand before it can zap Silvergill. Okay, fine. Okay, a Reckless Bushwhacker would have been horrible. I need Harbinger to bounce the Loyalist. But giving these guys first strike is still a problem, so let's... Alright, I hate having to do this, but... I'm gonna make some chump attacks. Probably, yeah, I have to just make some chump attacks or blocks. Had to do this. Alright, finally I think I might be in okay shape. Yeah, I'm just doing this now because I gotta get these things off the table. Alrighty. Jeez. Chalice single-handedly saved me this game. There's no way in the heck I would have been able to win without it. Ratchet Bomb is the real deal. Spreading Seas seem pretty useless. Brazen Borrower is a little bit iffy, but ultimately I think necessary. Yeah, I'm gonna hope that their answers to Chalice are non-creature based, so Force can hit them. What can I say? Alrighty. Guess I'll keep. This is a watcher of our channel. We like stubs. We're cool with stubs. Let's see. Okay. I need to force a negation. Necklace Bushwhacker. Yeah, we don't like that, but not sure what we can do about that. We've got Repeal to maybe slow things down. Alrighty. Slows them down, hopefully. Chalice on one. I'm gonna play this out. Something's up. They're not playing like... There's a bunch of... I don't know. They're not playing stuff. I've got a feeling they got smashed to smithereens. I mean, their whole deck is 1-drops. They're not playing anything. So, like, that must mean their hand is full of, like, smashed to smithereens or something. If they tap out so I can force a negation to smash to smithereens, then that's another story. Okay. Oh, I'll block. I'll bite. I'll hit this. Alrighty. And now I've got force negation either on their turn or on my turn to back up Chalice. So I just tried to finagle Chalice a little bit to a better spot. Will it work? I don't know. See, there it is. I don't know. They might have another one. But at least I tried. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Let's see here. One, two, three, four, five. Just trying to work my way up to giant mana. Well, all right. I mean, unfortunately, I hope Stubbs didn't have a bad leak here. Hopefully, they at least went 3-2. We went 3-2. Anyway, all right, cool stuff. Okay, post league wrap up. Well, excuse me for being a little bit flustered. You know, like I mean, Boros burn, we can't always beat it. Like, maybe that was on me. Shouldn't have gotten too frustrated. Esper Whirza, though, that's just annoying. This deck isn't necessarily beat Whirza. It actually might be able to. Like, I definitely wasn't expecting it. Like, Chalice is definitely not really that great against the deck. They might even play Chalice themselves. I guess it stops Portable Hole, but most of the time I think that's a one-of that they just Whirza for anyway. We didn't even see Whirza. Anyway, I don't know. It might not be a Whirza deck. We didn't see a War of Invention, I mean. Yeah, I mean, you know, Living End, Grixis Midrange, Boros 8-whack. I mean, kind of, you know, you'd kind of hope that main deck Chalice leads to winning against those decks. I probably would just get overrun by Boros 8-whack if it wasn't for Chalice main board. Who knows, we would have taken games 2 and 3, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and I just realized in the deck tech I forgot to go over this funky mana base, but I think for the most part, other than against that game 3 against Boros Burn, that was annoying, but so unless I missed something, I don't think the Castle Vantress coming into play tapped really affected us that much. But for the most part, it seemed like with 8, it seems like it's not necessarily that 8 islands consistently makes Castle Vantress come into play untapped. It's more like you know, Castle Vantress will come into play tapped a lot, probably more often than not. And the times that it doesn't, a lot of times it's kind of serviceable anyway. A lot of times we can kind of fit it in the curve tapped anyway. So I don't know. It's possible we wanna just. I do like Hall of the Storm Giants, especially if I'm not playing Fairy Conclave, because I think we do need more man lands. I do like, in a way, Hall gives us a big late game kind of play. I don't know. It's not perfect, but every time I go away from it, I just feel like I'm flooding more. I mean, this card just makes me feel a little bit more rewarded for drawing into mana, and it might actually be changing the way our opponents play too. Like, and it has come into play, like not necessarily all on camera, but it definitely has come into play. Yeah, it has come into play. So anyway, Castle Vantress, probably. Let's see if I make any changes. You know, would I change the Castle Vantress back to Fairy Conclave? Probably not, because the problem is if without Aether Vial. See, here's the thing. Without Aether Vial, I think we really want to minimize our lands coming into play tapped. I almost was hesitant to play Lonely Sandbar. Like, Lonely Sandbar easily could be Fairy Conclave, but the problem is that actually Lonely Sandbar really could be Fairy Conclave, couldn't it? The only problem is sometimes like we really flood hard, like really hard. Maybe we just shouldn't keep those hands. Yeah, there definitely is some consideration of just making Lonely Sandbar Fairy Conclave. Definitely worried about getting overly mana flooded, but the mana base will be basically painless. Yeah, but anyway, conceptually speaking, see, I'm okay with one land that comes into play tapped all the time, but without Aether Vial, I think we can't like to overdo it with the lands that come into play tapped. So yeah, I think this is basically it. But you know what? I think we have to. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back to Fairy Conclave. Yeah. All right. Anyway, till next time. All right. Take care.